Wait, hello, everyone. It's me, Flome, back with another video. Today we're going to be playing against New England Patriots. Let's get it. Andrew, calm down, bro. Burr. He called me Big Burr.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gott and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gott, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. It's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Thanks.
To throw on second down, Cummings escaping the pressure right. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Derek Rivers In there to get him for a loss of 5. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass.
I'm never starting Cummings.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5.
Maybe when he gets a 90.
For New England, this is how they will line things up defensively. Right now, they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass. So 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because
look at your rushing yards.
They know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
To throw on 3rd down. Cummings. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete.
Oh,
the contact
how do you drop
made
that?
the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win
literally
that turnover
face on.
battle
He dropped
gonna
it.
be key.
Lost.
They didn't get one
Lost.
there, but you get the feeling they
Lost.
keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
I tried to trade for him.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and it's not. That tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Myles Garrett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. It was pretty evident in reading everything, hearing these guys talk, that this was a deal they wanted to get done. They know how valuable he is to this team.
Absolutely a key component to what they do and what they do well. And if they want to continue to have success in the future, they knew they needed him, and they got the deal done.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense
really
backwards.
Good.
So a false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Here we go.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the 1st round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
To heaven.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The receiving numbers for Hopkins a week ago. 6 catches, 119 yards.
Under review.
New England is a bitch. Why do they challenge that?
Looking to throw on second down. Cummings. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
We're just going to surprise him, literally.
And the Dolphins on the move.
We can talk
because then he's going to be like, I want to leave.
Being a game of strength and brawn, it's also a game of mismatches. And they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw on second down. Cummings. And an alley to run. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Get some.
Man, Gronkowski's slow as shit.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now two times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Back to throw. Cummings. And this is going
to
be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run with White. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2. Now third down.
That's so annoying, bro. I get so close.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M. And all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me is balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
First quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet.
Watch your mouth.
And a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Godwin, please.
Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Looking to throw on second down. Cummings eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The drive starts with a run by White. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, and that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down. He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off.
Friendly fire.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's got this down to the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cummings. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
I would have let no nigga talk to me like that.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Cummings. Flushed out right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. On 3rd and 2, Cummings. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Dolphins are in for 6. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Oh, yeah, Andrew was... Guys, you should have seen Andrew's face. He was surprised, like, how the fuck did you make 60 yards?
They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you get a chance to come back to it.
Humble this,
things have changed a little bit. They have to make an
adjustment.
adjustment.
No. Why is J.J. Watt injured?
As we sit in the 2nd quarter. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now a carry for White. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well
don't worry,
done.
I have some of your voice in it.
Now back to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Telvin Smith.
Andrew, you beat us all the time. Of course you're going to be fine with it.
Loss of 14.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely.
Nope, I know. I see this play from a mile away.
Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well. The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you talk about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Cummings. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
No, it's
what's the old
Taylor's in
but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed.
Yeah, where did Taylor go?
That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Throwing again, Cummings. No, he almost.
Oh my God, I should have just bullet passed that.
Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Oh, my God. Why did they cover that so good?
Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively.
I never wait for it
motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up.
Yeah,
get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That'll be caught right side.
Go, get injured, bro.
And
like, honestly, that would have been such a fumble. Shut up. You're literally a bitch-ass nigga. Don't talk to me, nigga.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Telvin Smith able to get
I'm sturdy, nigga.
Loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing on 1st down. Cummings. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Derek Rivers in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning.
Yeah, fuck
a great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To throw on 2nd down. Cummings. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
From the gun. Cummings. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. reminder coming up at halftime. We'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan
VIP.
Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
Good.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, Cummings, the left side completion to Jones. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cummings, flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins had on to their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys going to football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field.
Reese raping his brother.
He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Yo,
Out comes the New England
Reese.
offense to see what they can do this time. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He gets it to James White. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Oh, wow, Madden, you got a
before this
script
first
now.
down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This quarterback now 5 out of 10.
Cummings is the best pick.
Throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're
apparently
near
Cummings is the best thing in the draft.
And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice.
Yeah, he's the best draft pick.
Foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete.
No, because first of all, Faison hasn't even used that quarterback.
Out instead, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half. Number 1.
Yeah, but he's not using them. That's why he's not there. Like, he's not, you know, he's...
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Set. Blue landed. Blue landed.
From the red zone now, they look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And Smith in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Did he intercept? Wait, did he get interception?
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And that one will fall incomplete.
Hey. Well, yo, you got 3.
Just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back.
Yes, I know it's James.
I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. That's going to be caught by Reed for a Patriots touchdown. Jordan Reed, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
They got that.
That takes me back.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point right down the middle.
But he don't get that big that sucking the thing like I'm a lick back.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Intentional grounding, offense.
And grounding?
Clearly wasn't outside.
I threw it out of bounds. How's that grounding?
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we sit, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they.
Yo, why is Jalen Ramsey not getting interceptions?
And just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm gonna follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Jordan Reed has it. At 21 yards.
Bro, Ramsey, what the fuck are you doing?
On 3rd.
Like.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more,
bro, what the
tight ends are
fuck?
being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players
That's
who
so
can make a play
gay,
in
bro.
any spot on the field.
17.
Oh wow, is that
yards on
fat ass
one as they
freaking tight
keep
end?
The drive rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 37
score,
on
Andrew?
1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And nearly picked off there. And it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Andrew, what's the score?
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now White. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now.
Wait, sorry, what's the score, Andrew?
6.
I have to think a major focus at halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Like most of your plays
We've
are
not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along.
Oh,
and now they're just specialists.
that had the same problem.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
All right, this is the moment of truth. Let's see this quarterback.
Off play action. Cummings. The Pats are going to get
nope,
there.
never
Down
mind.
he goes. Danny Shelton.
Never mind.
Breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Tremendous read and reaction by the
That's what I have
defensive
my
tackle,
quarterback
and
for.
frankly, partner,
He has
it's
a
not
big,
that
strong
often
arm.
the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
To throw on second down. Cummings. And an alley to run. And he'll get it inside.
Trying to become the next Mason Rudolph.
A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage,
Andrew, look at it.
but he
Look.
found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra.
Andrew, like,
really helps
Andrew,
him
go,
on third down,
Andrew,
makes him manageable
listen,
now.
go look at this quarterback's strong arm. It's really, like, high.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the
It's
first.
95 right now.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yep.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy
85.
at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop
I
them.
think.
On first down, Cummings. Man open, it's Goodwin.
Oh, I love
And
the
he's got
freaking
this
rookie
down
wide receiver.
Almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 12 yards
bitch
there.
ass
The
up.
Dolphins have a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult.
Wait, what
But
college
when
did
you're
Mason
running a
Rudolph
drag
come out of?
route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys.
Wait, which
almost
offensive
as
Mason?
screens
Wait, which
in
team
order
was he
to
in?
get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Oh.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute with their...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. In for the score. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
Remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
This fielded a few yards
quiet.
in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field.
Yeah, please beat
He's been
face
pretty
on.
solid, pretty consistent. Just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader. Making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs.
Listen,
No
you almost
interceptions
beat
so
face
far.
on before
Don't
with
like
this
that.
superstar
I just
team.
want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter.
So,
Are
like,
you touched?
do it again.
He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Here's White. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, they still have time to get him established.
Dude, 'cause I
but in
promise
my
you, Lamar
estimation,
Jackson,
they've got
he
to pick
throws
up the
ass.
urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 3rd down. That's White.
Yeah, the Miles Garrett, nigga. Oh, wait, that's Von Miller.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away. Incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. On second down, here's Barkley. And fights through one man. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Patriots take over. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good
but
thing
it's really
if you're
risky
running a
because
that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah,
it could be, you know, if you fuck it up, it could cause a touchdown.
But this one is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have.
Yeah, if you press the right stick at the time, you could.
They look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'll set up a throw, and that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this.
Don't do that against face on.
They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boom.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I still do it, though.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this,
yo, you gonna let this nigga touch you like that?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On third down, Cummings. It's complete to Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on. Now in Miami.
Hear me out.
It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Oh, that's one to those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty.
Oh, I know you're not talking to me, you little fat shit.
Pads, bowled over a few people.
You nigga.
Right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
No, I've been working out and staying on my deficit. No, I'm not. Yo, dude, I've been sticking to my deficit. No, it's not, nigga.
Off the play fake.
Yo, Andrew Tate said it was not okay. I believe that nigga.
And incomplete there.
Nigga, no, I'm not.
Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Dude, listen, bro. I've been on my deficit, bro. What you talking about?
I remembered an expression that I've heard. Maybe
nigga, I've been on my deficit.
Anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player.
I've been working.
No chance at all. Way easier.
I've been working, nigga.
Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete.
Yes.
And brought down, but not before they're inside.
On God, on my
25.
mother's life, on my dad's life. I stayed here for 15 minutes. How long you stay in there for? Nigga, I would die.
Check, Patriots.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I start school in August 17th.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Looking to throw on second down. Cummings. No.
What?
Go here. He lost
Yo!
the football. And the Patriots have it.
Bro! Henry!
Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Where'd they run?
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They run a draw here on second down. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That one good for 12 yards. And just like that, it's third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're
just
going to
bad.
go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down. This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah. So good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor. And now it's second down.
No, because listen, I finished the game and then it didn't count. So I just I'm not playing it.
Guys in the league, totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you.
No, I told you. I have a poor outlet.
Well, sometimes those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing,
you get the
affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Or whatever.
Partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
I didn't care if I lost.
Back to throw now on second and 10. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I was talking about
you cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he'll be brought down at the 45.
I got jumped in New York, nigga. Man, fuck y'all pussy ass niggas.
The first down completion.
Who said that?
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant.
You know which rapper said
A lot
that?
of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Oh, he's got him in.
Yo, where's X from?
Complete.
Like which state?
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Okay.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And he'll lay out and pull it in.
No, I was born in Miami. I was born in Jacksonville Hospital.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots are back within a score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
But they tried to get 2.
All right, I got bored. I know what I'm doing.
And ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You not play.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Derek Rivers able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far.
Nobody was
1,
fucking open.
2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Finding room at the 30. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse.
Hey, watch your mouth.
Accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
To throw is Wilson. On the crossing route, complete. That's Goodwin. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Oh, that nigga twerking. My rookie twerking.
And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
In order to lead
I love my
game,
rookie wide receiver.
But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game.
You know what I'm missing? I'm missing Reese's quarterback. That's out complete the Avengers.
Hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Yo, Reese, can you come back and play Madden so I can destroy you?
As they run up and send this one away.
Come back to play Madden. I want to destroy you.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard
You're getting fucked. Pause. I mean, unless it's Lucci. I mean, what, nigga?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He completes
it.
You see he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
I missed
First
the tackle.
play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Caught on the right side, Reed. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Suck my dick, suck my dick, suck my dick.
We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Reed with it over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Looking to throw. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he's going to get this
Fumble the
down
fucking
the
ball,
20-yard
Patriots. You
line.
bitch.
11 more on that one and another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. It's caught. This is White. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Now back to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. As
Suck
they
on
get the
niggas'
stoppage
dick.
with just
Suck
under
on
50
niggas' dick.
seconds remaining in the fourth.
Yeah, I'm surviving on big dick. Hey, I'm a gay ass nigga licking on a big tip.
This one's not going to go anywhere. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another
I'm
timeout.
sweaty dick right
As
now.
the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. The Dolphins on third down.
Sucking on a
They've
dick
had good success,
with some
5 for 8 to this
lube
point.
on.
This is 3rd and 7. From the gun,
Hey,
it's
hey,
Wilson.
hey, hey, watch your mouth, watch your mouth.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the
Hey, yo,
game.
bitch ass
Here's
up,
Matt
Gucci.
Hawk now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now here's Ross. Still fighting for more. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line.
That will kill your channel even more.
And now the spike comes with 15 seconds on the clock. And that one is incomplete. It stops the clock now with 15 seconds remaining.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the
Oh
clock.
my god.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to.
Ooh, if
Down
they
a
saw him
couple of
getting so
scores,
horny,
they have to try
that'd
and
make
make
my
something good
butt
happen.
jiggle.
Here we go now. Green through.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting
It's
them
on me
break
working
your
day and
serve.
night while
That
I'm
way
thinking
you
about
hold
him.
on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Dolphins,
are you guys playing
it's
another
an
game or
ideal
no?
start as they move to 3-0 now on the young
No, but are you
season.
gonna play?
And they
Are you
will
gonna
hit
play
the
like
road
a
next
game
week
tonight,
to
like
take
after
on
like
the Tampa
week
Bay
3, week 4?
Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for New England, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.